Netflix announced their plans for a 10-episode television adaptation of Anne M. Martin's worldwide best-selling book franchise, The Babysitter's Club. The Babysitter's Club was first introduced as a novel in 1986, with Anne Martin writing more than 35 books until other authors took over the books. This series has over 200 books and 180 million copies sold worldwide. I am actually super excited to see what they do with this. I feel like the show will be more towards children. I mean, the books are children books, but also you never really know, because some creators like to make children's books and then kind of see the future of them and make it more towards teens. Starbucks now has a cafe that is over 32,000 square feet and is now the biggest Starbucks in the world. It is held in Tokyo, Japan. This Starbucks has 4 floors filled with something you will like, even if you do not like coffee or tea. The first floor is a roastery, and Starbucks checkout with over 100 drinks. The second floor brings you to the world's largest Havana bar. And then the third floor brings you to Japan's largest cocktail bar. Now, I personally don't like coffee except if it's cold and more like a frappe style. Plus, I'm not really drinking caffeine right now anyways. And I do not like hot tea. So, I'm not really a big fan of Starbucks anyway, but I think it's really interesting that not only America, but other countries around the world are wanting to make large companies like this. Apparently, the Coke and milk combination is a thing. This was a huge rant in the beginning of March, but I also feel like most people do not even like milk by itself, let alone with Coke. And yes, I am a weirdo who loves a large glass of milk. It all started when a UK-based comedy writer, James Felton, shared a photo of himself enjoying the mix. I later found, when learning and figuring out this whole combination theory, that there might be science behind why people do it. Some worry about milk disrupting their digestion with all the proteins, and some even worry about Coke because of the acid ruining their teeth. Milk is nothing more than a bunch of proteins which include calcium. Calcium is great for you. What's in the Coke is phosphoric acid. This is also not terrible. Coke has a pH of about 2.53, which isn't too much lower than orange juice and is higher than some of the sharper juices like cranberry juice. When Coke makes contact with milk, the milk curdles. When Coke is mixed with milk, the phosphoric acid goes to work and milk curdles into little clumps. What's so surprising is the reaction that it makes to the Coke. The Coke loses its phosphoric acid, which teams up with calcium atoms from the milk to make tricalcium phosphate and hydrogen. This is all just a lot of science that I think I understand, but also it's like, okay. I'm contemplating on mixing the two myself and trying it and making a little video about it. So there might be one in the future, just a small little experiment video. I love milk and Coke, but I don't think I would like them together. What do you guys think? An Oregon man can thank Taco Bell for saving his life. Jeremy Taylor was last seen getting gas. He was traveling with his dog, Allie, when he got stuck in deep snow on a U.S. Forest Service road. After spending one night in his car, Taylor, who is 36, attempted to hike out of the snow on foot with Allie, but additional snowfall made that task impossible. The pair were forced to return to Taylor's car, where they spent the next several days. Taylor stayed alive by once in a while starting his car's engine to keep warm and by eating a popular Taco Bell fire sauce he happened to have on hand. Taylor and Allie were found on Friday, March 1st, and were brought out of the woods by a search and rescue team member who used a large snow tractor to retrieve the pair. In response to a friend's Facebook comment about how he ate 3 Taco Bell hot sauce packets during the process, Taylor joked, "Taco Bell fire sauce saves lives." There's a new challenge that luckily this time doesn't hurt anyone. The Vans challenge has people throwing their shoes just to see how they land. The theory is the skate shoes always land right side up. My theory is that the shoe's bottom is heavy compared to the top. There are thousands of videos to show this challenge, most being true, while a few have showed that it was not all true. When focusing on these videos, I felt like the ones that did not work were old shoes that have been used a lot to where the sole is weaker. And after this challenge, a Crocs challenge started up. Many people like to brighten up their gardens with some flowers or gnomes, but one man took it to the extreme by installing a life-size dinosaur outside his home. The National Showcase Centre for Wales, which has more than 200 life-size dinosaurs on show, decided to auction off one of them for charity, and Jerry Adams was the highest bidder. The marketing agency Article Group created a little challenge for ones who Photoshop. It all started with this tweet. Can someone start Photoshopping AirPod's famous works of art? That is my design challenge for you all. I found this absolutely hilarious and I kept scrolling to find new pictures, so I'll put some of my favorites after.